This is Mike Webber here with Webber Realty Group, and we're going to do something very exciting today. We're going to show you two unique areas. First, let's take a look at Wonder Valley. Up in the foothills, in the rural area, and a whole different way of life. And a little bit later in the video, we're going to go to Wildwood, where you have the big trees and you're right on a lakefront, kind of your own world within its world. We're here in Wonder Valley, just outside of Sanger, where this is truly country living. Your yard is measured in acres, not just little square feet. Country living, it comes with its own set of rules. So let's go take a look and see what this is all about. We're here at the famous Wonder Valley Ranch Resort. This is truly a hidden gem, nestled up in the foothills. There's riding trails. The resort is just unbelievable for special events. And one of my favorite is this is an open range. So as you're coming up here, you're gonna have to kind of maneuver around the cows, and the cows take precedence, we come second. It's just awesome. I've got a lot of experience in this area selling homes. Part of the uniqueness is we're not looking at square footage on the size of the lot, we're looking at acreage. So things are gonna be in that 2 to 3, even to 10 acres, completely different lifestyle. And you also have to kind of look at some of that acreage might be on the side of the hill versus all flat. So usable acreage is very, very important in this area. Well, one thing in this area, you definitely don't have to worry about those doggone HOAs or somebody telling you what to do and how to do it and stuff like that. You want to have a couple of dogs? Do it. And especially if you want that big shop for those classic cars, and remember, you got to bring them to the Webber Realty Group car show, this is the place. You get to do that kind of stuff and have your own little world within a world. This is a place where you can do that. The location of this area is spectacular. You literally drive right through the Kings River. You've got Avocado Lake, a wonderful place to go fishing and maybe do a little inner tubing. And again, one of my favorite is Pine Flat Lake, with enjoying that with your family, doing some water skis, or just having dinner, hanging out on the lake out there. Living here in Wonder Valley, you actually have a Sanger address. Yes, you're gonna have a Sanger address, but you're in a world of its own. But again, the best part is you're not that far from that Starbucks or even a Dutch Bros. And when you're up here, you're gonna need to be a little bit of a handyman. You've got a Academy hardware store that's even open on Sunday to run down and get that nuts and bolts or hammer you might have forgot. Now let's talk about price. There's a huge range in this area. We can have some of that fixer-uppers, maybe in a couple areas if you're a handyman, and you can take some great advantage of maybe some deals. And even that can range. That could be in that $400,000 to $500,000 range. Well, you can also go to the ultimate high-end of your equestrian center and stuff like that, and that can easily go for the $1 million plus. So there's a little bit of everything in between that you might be looking for. We're going to give you a perfect example and show you what makes this so very special. And when it comes to home, it's so highly sought after. It's very, very hard to find because they just don't come up for sale that often. One of the unique things about living in Wildwood is traffic, or just you don't have it. There's one way in and one way out. And the whole, it just loops around the lake, and just the beauty of it. And we're just driving along and look at these trees and the lake. It's just absolutely wonderful, and it's a thing of beauty. In Wildwood, we call it a subdivision, but what's unique about it is that it's not a subdivision. There's no two homes that look alike. It's different and special. You find just a little bit of everything when it comes to architectural style here. You're gonna see some 2-stories, some very ultra-modern, a little bit of everything. And what a nice place to just go for a walk and then view all this beautiful, beautiful architecture. And with the trees lining the street, it just doesn't get much better than this. When we live in the Central Valley, we've always got to talk about the summer and the heat that we have. Well, you're up just a little bit, you're right at the bottom of the foothills, so you're going to get a little bit extra breeze, and these ginormous trees, some of them I'm going to say are 100 years plus, are shade your house front and back. So you're going to be living in the beautiful shade of these trees. In close by Sanger, the median price is $425. Well, this is just a little bit different. The exclusivity of this, the homes can range from $600 all the way up to $1 million, and you're gonna see all of them. When we talk about Wildwood, in that difference in price, well, what am I getting? Well, you're getting an entirely different lifestyle. You just feel like you've been picked up and put in an island, which you really have. And that's a little bit what you pay for. The lots are bigger. Again, the trees and everything else, it's just so unique, and people can't wait to try to live here. And I can tell you from personal experience, when you're looking for a home here and you find it comes for sale, you gotta go, you gotta jump, because it will not last long. Well, living here at Wildwood, we've also got the Kings River that literally runs right kind of in the middle of it. And that's another huge opportunity of fun with my family. You can't forget that inner tube floating down, maybe even a jet ski, a little fly fishing. Well, that leads up to Pine Flat. And as we go up the chain, that you might say, of the beautiful Sierra Nevada mountains, again, there's camping, you can have snow, you can't forget about the world famous giant sequoias that are right up there. So there's just a little bit of everything right here in Wildwood Island. Now we got something else we're going to show you, is the Sherwood Forest Golf Course. If you're into golfing and stuff like that, it's so cool. You're out golfing with these 100-year-old trees right on the Kings River. And the best part, it's a public course. You don't have to pay these high fees and stuff like that. I hope you enjoyed these videos we brought to you, because I know I sure enjoy bringing them to you. All my information is right down below. Don't forget to subscribe and keep watching, because we've got more coming your way.